We're going to be starting our call tonight, but before we do so, I just want to do one thing. I just love doing this. At the countdown of 3, I want to ask everybody that's on this line to just shout out who you are at the countdown of 3, 2, and 1. I absolutely love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to tonight's call. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Tonight, we are about to hear firsthand from some of the most amazing women on the planet. I'm talking about some of the top team leaders from the ladies of Team Wealthy Place. These amazing women are about to lay out some questions tonight, and we're going to get some answers, and you're going to get some information that is completely life-changing. And so, again, I want to remind you, if you have any background noise, if you would just be so kind as to mute your phone so that we don't have to do that for you. And we do want to protect the integrity of this call. Tonight, once again, on behalf of Team Wealthy Place, it pleases me to welcome to the call tonight a woman that is just an absolute treasure. She's my business partner. She is my mentor, and she is just absolutely a gem when it comes to the deliverance of information and support to this entire team. I want to ask tonight if Dr. Michelle Knight, are you on this line?
Yes, Glenn, I am right here, and I thank you for welcoming our guests. And I tell you, everybody is just fired up, and we haven't begun yet. But I guarantee you, when we have gotten through this call tonight, we're going to have some people who won't be able to sleep. It's just that exciting. And to our returning guests, I want to welcome you back. And I should let you know, you're only a guest once here. And after that, you're family. And it's great to have this opportunity to come together as the week begins, where we can just rally together and face whatever might be thrown our way. We draw strength from each other. And so to our new guests, we welcome you. And again, after tonight, you're no longer a guest. We love our growing international family. And be prepared to receive some life-changing information with the things we're about to share with you. We want you to get ready to position yourself to be in motion, because what we're about to give you tonight will help you to get off the grid. Whatever grid you're on, whether it's just the normal, mundane activities of life, or you're stuck at work or in your business or just in your mental space, whatever might be happening, and you want to move forward, but it's difficult and you're not certain and fear has paralyzed you, trust me on this. Just hang here with us, and we will help you to get off the grid that you're on, and we're going to be able to run together. And so we come together, just so you know, for those of you who are new with us, we come together weekly on Tuesday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, as we're here right now, to encourage, to recognize, to inspire and inform and empower all the amazing women in our lives. And we hear that they're still chiming in, they're still joining in to join forces with us here this evening. And so on behalf of our visionary leader, Mr. Jerome Hughes, and all the other extraordinary leaders of Team Wealthy Place, we welcome you to experience what it's like to begin the process of getting off the grid in our lives. So just buckle up your seatbelts and be prepared for this experience. Now, last week we had a fabulous call, and it was described to us as the best so far, beyond amazing. And this week, we've been so completely fired up that just knowing what we're going to bring to you would be life-changing. We wanted our audience to get the full exposure of an amazing speaker we have. And so we had to describe this as the Epic Revolutionary Ladies Empowerment Call. And you'll see why when I introduce our speaker in just a few moments. So we're here as women to support, to validate, and empower each other for who we are and what we do, juggling the many diverse, complex, and challenging roles we perform at home and at work, often without recognition, without any thanks, without the credit we deserve. And we continue on with tremendous grace. And we do this while at the same time continuing to find new ways to be nurturing and beautiful and efficient, intelligent, wise, confident, virtuous, hardworking, and the list goes on and on. And you know what? The beautiful thing is that many of us wouldn't trade what we do for the whole world. And our guest speaker this evening is one of these phenomenal women. She understands the challenges that women face in today's busy world. As a single mother of 5 children, she's had to manage the hectic life that comes with working and raising a family. And I know many of us on this line can completely resonate with that. Now, fortunately, she grew up listening to her father, Tom Mower Sr., and he explained to her the Mower mission and the importance of having a life free of toxins, whatever those toxins are, whether it's environmental or stress or emotional or physical or health or any aspect of our life. And she took his heatings and combined this knowledge with her passion for skincare. And the result is an amazing, phenomenal woman who is a leader revolutionizing how we care for ourselves and our families. Help me welcome the amazing Leisel Mower. Are you on the line with us?
I am, Dr. Knight. Thank you for that welcome. So very nice indeed. I appreciate you guys having me on the call tonight. And right away, I am already loving this call, loving all the great things that you're talking about. And one thing I love that you said is talking about working together and doing this business together. And, you know, when you're a part of the corporate world, and I've been in the distributor field many years ago at the previous company that my dad started, I was out in the distributor field, and now I have the opportunity to work in-house, but it's interesting to see from each perspective how that works. But in doing both jobs, it is very easy to see throughout the years that if you are not linked to a good team or you are not with someone else, you're not working with a group of people, your success is limited. And as we grow older and we gain more wisdom, obviously, we see that doing things by ourselves, we're definitely limited in the knowledge and the time and the experience and what we're able to pull off. And when we work with the team, there are boundless opportunities out there. And so I just loved to hear her say, come join us, let's do this together, let's build this together, because we just love to hear that. And it sounds like this is just an amazing team. You've got an amazing opportunity here linking with them. And I would love to think that you've got a great partner in Sizzle. And being part of that corporate world and knowing what goes on in the corporate office, I can tell you that as a partner from the corporate side, you could not have a better friendship, if you want to call it that, a partnership with any other company than with Sizzle, because I'm able to see firsthand, and I'm telling you what goes into what we do every day. Passion is just that word. And us women, we know passion. We're passionate about everything we do. Talking with Dr. Knight today, she says, you know, this call is about empowering women. And I absolutely love that. And I think about us women out in the field and all the challenges we have. And, you know, I was reading some different statistics the last week, and one came up that said out of all the Fortune 500 millionaires, only 5% of those, less than 5% of those are female. What a welcoming world for us women there, right? No, not at all. And gosh bless the women out there who are paving the way for the rest of us to build a life there. But it certainly does not seem very lucrative for a woman to jump into that arena. And yet, 82% of all women who make over $100,000 in the United States do it through network marketing. And 75% of women millionaires in the United States have done it through network marketing. What an amazing opportunity for any woman with any background, any education, or any upbringing to say to themselves, whether you need to or you're like me, I am a single mom with 5 kids, I need to be out there. I need to be working. It's a great thing that I love it. But for many of us, we get out there, we have family, and we have bills to pay, we have things that need to get taken care of. And what a great way to accomplish that. For the women who want to earn some fun money, what a great way for that. For a woman who wants to get out and improve her self-esteem, meet new people, like Dr. Knight was saying, the amazing things that we talk about, leading a toxin-free life and grasping the opportunity that comes from that. I could literally go on and on about the different and the many, many things that Sizzle creates that empower women. And being a part of that, I truly, truly love. And I know I have a limited amount of time, so I'll talk fast, but being where I am, Director of Cosmetics and Skincare, is an absolute perfect fit. For those of you that know my family, there's not a lot of women there. It's just me, a lot of testosterone floating around Sizzle, and being a stay-at-home mom for many, many years, a job that I absolutely love. I would never take that back. Enjoyed every second of it. Now my kids are all growing up, and although they're still all at home, even including a daughter with her husband and a grandbaby that I adore, my kids are now old enough that and working is something that I enjoy. The perfect fit for me was to jump in and kind of look at this line and say, I love cosmetics, I love skincare. I was able to, at a very, very early age, see my dad's mission, join the Mower mission, and kind of take my own part of that, piece of that, and adapt it to what that meant to me and go from there. Now, why do I say that? Because as we talk all the time about what your story is, and if you get on some of the morning calls, they say, what is your story? Well, everyone has a story when they get into this business, and obviously, what story do we all talk about? And that's Tom Mower Sr.'s and his story, the Mower Mission. Well, that is my story, too, and how does that apply to me? Well, that came very early on for me. And for those of you who look and say, I can't believe she has a grandbaby, I truly give kudos to my dad for everything he's done, because at a very young age I was able to, looking at what we had scientifically at the time, have the best of the best at any given moment in time in skincare. And that came to me at about 18 years of age, and we were on a family trip to Jackson Hole, and I'll just tell this story kind of quickly, but it was just kind of funny introduction to what is the Mower Mission and how that kind of started my story into this. And we were on a family trip to the Tetons, which we just absolutely love. And on the way, we stopped to get some treats, magazines, and drinks. And as we did, I grabbed some tanning lotion, and I put it on the counter with all the stuff. And as we stood there and they were checking out all these products, I see a hand reach out and grab the tanning lotion that I had just got. So, of course, I immediately take notice, and it's my dad. And, being a teenager, I'm immediately bothered. And he said, he turns it around, and he's reading the back of it. Finally, he says, whose is this? And I said, it's mine. And he says, I'm not buying this. And I said, why? And he says, if you want to talk about this, he says, there are several ingredients in here that you're not putting on your skin, besides the fact that the SPF is way too low. And I remember seriously being dumbfounded. I had never known him to be interested in that. That was not his history. In fact, his history was in science and technology, but for industrial cleaners, industrial chemicals, and not anything with personal care products. So as he's saying that to me, like I said, I'm literally dumbfounded looking at him like, what are you doing? And I said, well, why not? And he said, if you want to go back, I'll show you a better product, but I'm not getting this one. Well, of course, being a teenager, the last thing I want to do is look at tanning lotions with my father. So I promptly said, no, and he said, then you'll be getting it yourself. And I grabbed it, went back to the end of the line, and when everyone else was done, I bought it myself. Life lesson, amazing life lesson for me right there, and that was the beginning of my Mower Mission, and that was the beginning of roads merged with he and I, just like there's a road merged sometime, hopefully with people on this call, with you and he and the Mower Mission and what that means to you. And to me, that meant a change in my lifestyle. That meant a change in my focus. And obviously, I could see what it meant to my dad. And he was not going to put anything on his kids, in his kids, that was detrimental. And he was just starting to learn what was toxic, what wasn't toxic. And he created a heart stand from that point on. Life lessons that we see as we grow up are very important. And that, to me, was the beginning of this toxin-free living and environment and what we take so seriously. And, I always like to say, because years ago when we were talking about all the harmful ingredients that we have in these products, we were sued several times by big-name companies who just, they couldn't believe that he was calling out these different ingredients. And even though there was government data sheets and different studies to corroborate the different things he was saying, nobody wanted to change the way they were living, the way they were working, the way they were doing business. And, now you see several companies more and more that come on with this toxic way of living. And in a way, it's almost cool now. But I really have an amazing amount of respect for Tom, my dad, Tom Sr., because he did it when it wasn't cool. He did it because it was right. And he went through quite a bit to take that stand. As I now am Director of Cosmetics and Skincare, I can tell you that as we formulate different products, we have a list of ingredients and several that always come on the horizon that we investigate that we're not able to use. And what that means to us who formulate products is it's extremely hard to come out with a product that works like every other product does, feels like it, smells like it, works like it, and still have the same effects but be toxin-free. Because the different ingredients out there, and it's all a matter of education, but those different ingredients, although they're not good for you, they feel good, they smell good, they suds up, they act like they're working. So the reality is it takes far more time and far more money with far better quality ingredients and science to put together what we do and still have a product that does what we say it does. So many times when we come out with a product, I'll give you an example, lipsticks. Now, exciting, we're barely coming out with lipsticks. We've had lipstick a couple years ago, but we're not able to put petrolatum in. And anybody who knows about petrolatum knows that it just suffocates your skin, creates a barrier there. Your skin doesn't breathe. And instead of moisturizing your skin from the outside in, it pulls moisture from the inside out, thus drying your skin even more. So any lipstick out there that's very creamy and emollient has petrolatum in. And finding an ingredient that gave that same feel was almost impossible. And for the last 2 years, we haven't had a lipstick. But the reality is we said we'd rather not have one and offer one than have one that has petrolatum, lead, or other ingredients that are very toxic. And we stayed the course when we were patient, and just last fall, a vegetable-based lanolin product came across our desks, and we now have formulated a beautiful line of lipsticks that will be out in the next month. And that's kind of how we do things. We take the latest science, we make sure that it's toxin-free, and we formulate these products that are the best in the business. Now, skincare, my baby, I absolutely love it. We have got some amazing products coming out. I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple of them. If I'm going the wrong way, steer me back, Dr. Knight, or Jerome, put me where I need to go. But I'm going to talk about a few of the products that we're working on now, and I am so excited about some of these because literally they are my babies here. And coming to fruition and getting them to market and seeing what they do, I'm so excited about it that this week I'm going to do a couple videos, and I'm kind of getting in trouble at work because, we're putting some nice videos together, but I honestly want to show distributors what these products do. I can't wait for the nice videos. I can't wait for the product launch. I want everyone to see it. I'm going to take my silly iPhone. I'm going to do a very unprofessional video on a couple of these products just to show you what's coming, and I'll put them up. But literally, I cannot wait. They're way too fun. So we've developed a skincare line, and it is the latest science out there. I'm telling you, I even met with a different lab yesterday and just met on some of the different ingredients they had to offer and some of the different things that we've got coming up. I'm telling you, there is not a line that can stand up to what we have right now in our skincare line. So a couple of the Rockstar products coming out, we came out with Transfusion several months ago. For any of those who have looked at the before and after pictures, this is truly a Rockstar product in our skincare line. If you compare the different products out there, educate yourself. Don't over-educate yourself because then you get what my dad calls analysis paralysis. And sometimes that means you get too much into education about the products, but when you talk about it, people can't relate to what you're saying, and it kind of goes over their head and nobody truly knows what you're talking about. You want to educate yourself enough to know what you should be using and what you shouldn't be using, and then, of course, go with what works, and that's how I talk to people about these products. And when I talk to people about these products, I use the same information myself. Now, obviously, I'll have a few my lingo will be a little more advanced than that, just because as I formulate, I get to know them. But literally, as I pronounce some of these things, and even going through my PowerPoints, I mean, I'm a jumbled mess, and I can see my dad out in the audience, and he's absolutely grimacing, and it's killing him to hear me slaughter all these words. But the reality is, I'll put them out there, and we put them on a science page. Take a look at them. You'll be astounded by what they do. But really, what we want to see is a product that works. So I'm going to talk about a couple products that's come out. Like I say, we have a beautiful line, but there's a couple in here that are just standout products, and they're coming out within the next few weeks. So the product that I am so excited about, we came out with. So this is going to be actually really exciting, because you guys will be the very, very, very first group to hear the name of this product. So we came out with a product named Diminish. And as many of you know, there's some skin tighteners out on the market today that are all the rage. They're very fun. It's actually not a skincare product, and I'm putting it with the cosmetic line because that's what it is. It's a temporary change in your appearance that by day's end you wash off, and the next day if you want to put it on just like makeup you do, and at the end of the day you take it off. It is not a long-term approach to wrinkles and eye bags, but a very, very fun product. And in our industry, these fun products come around here and there. And when they do come around, jump on them, use them, show them. They're very demonstrative, which makes your business a ton easier. Because instead of asking someone maybe to use a cream, and we're asking them to use our cream and try it and get results in 2 to 3 weeks, and that's amazing. When you have a product that shows immediate results and can be very fun, it's a great segue into the rest of the product line, and use those just for that reason. Because as amazing as all of our products are, you still need to talk to someone, and it's going to take a little faith on their part to try maybe the nutritionals or even the rest of the skincare line that may take a little more while to show the results. So some of these products that I'm going to talk about tonight are a big boost to your business, because not only do they work like the other ingredients, but they work right away, and they have a fun factor that's just amazing. So we came out with a product called Diminish, and Jerome came into the company just as we were coming out with this. Now, the science behind these skin tighteners, these instant skin tighteners, and I'm not going to name other products out there, but the science behind them is sodium silicate and aluminum magnesium silicate. And these two ingredients, when put together, will bond and create a bond in your skin that immediately tightens any wrinkle or eye bag. The problem is, anybody who knows anything about aluminum knows the direct links to Alzheimer's and many other, Alzheimer's or aluminum used to be very popular when put into deodorants. And now, because of all of the different studies done on that, people are distancing themselves from it. The last thing we would ever want to do is put aluminum on our skin, especially the thinnest area around your face, which is around your eye. Like I said, though, the bonds that you get with the aluminum silicate and the magnesium silicate, or with the sodium silicate and magnesium aluminum silicate, it just truly works. So when we see this product come out, we knew we had an uphill battle. We wanted to make a product that worked, but that we could still say was sizzle safe. So we started working on it. By the time Jerome came in, we had a product that we felt was just like I say, we'll have certain products that, if we could use certain ingredients, it might be a better look and a feel. But, and this was one of them. It just felt like we were 80% there, but not all the way. It tightened and pulled. It didn't last as long as everyone else's, I felt. And we put it out there. As we always do, we still keep researching. We were never satisfied. And literally, and I'm not kidding, literally a week and a half after we put Diminish out, we got a new sample back from the lab, and this product was amazing. I tell a funny story, but it's seriously the truth, and I was testing it on my hand. And I laid my hand flat, and I put it all over the back of my hand, and it just grabbed it so tight. And I was talking to my dad. I'm like, this product is crazy amazing. And he's like, and he just put it on too. And seriously, because we are the guinea pigs. And I said, this is so tight. And I sat there for about 30 seconds. I'm blowing on my hand, and it just, bam. I mean, it's literally 30 seconds. And I'm looking at my dad like, this is so crazy. And so he's thrilled too. He's saying, look at me. And I'm sitting over there saying, no, look at me. I mean, seriously, each of us were just so impressed. So at the very end of the talk, I'm like, okay, I'm going to jump on the formula. This is our product. We have hit it out of the park. So I literally went to grab my papers off my desk, and I had laid my hand flat, and I could not even bend my fingers. And I said to my dad, this is insane. I cannot bend my hand. And the great thing about this product is it has enough flexibility that when I did stretch out my hand, there was no cracking, there was no breakage, there was nothing but, I mean, it obviously pulled it away from it, but it still stayed tight. Now, this is where my dad goes over and above. So later that night, he sends me pictures, and I'm laying there with my kids, and he sends me one 9:30, still working, and we had tried this earlier in the day. And I'm laughing at him, and then closer to 11, he's like, 11 o'clock, still working. And I'm just loving this product, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait to start talking to you today. Okay, seriously, people, this is it. So I get to work the next day, and I see him, and he's at his desk, and he's like, I slept in it. Look at my eyes. And I burst out laughing. I said, you won. I washed mine off. But it had held tight all night long. That's how amazing this product is. We have decided today we're going to complete, like I said, this isn't even a comparison to Diminish. This is not even, this is a comparison to the best product out there. Put it side by side. This will knock it out of the park. This new product is going to be called Snapback. So for those of you interested in this product, that is the name. You are the very first group to hear it. Snapback, super exciting product. In this next week, like I say, I'm just going to take my video. I'm going to grab two people. I'm going to put it on someone's forehead. I'm going to put it on someone's under eye areas. I'm going to count for 1 minute, and this product will blow you, literally blow you away with how great it is. And of course, it is sizzle safe. But this is one of those products that you put it against any, and it doesn't matter what ingredient they were able to use, but we weren't. It doesn't matter. We knocked it out of the park. So I'm really excited to talk to you guys about that one tonight. Snapback. Now, timeline on this. The formulation is done, complete. As we get packaging, we'll let it stabilize, make sure everything is fine. It needs to go through stability. Packaging will change. Instead of those bottles that we had before, we'll have a fun little tube, a sleek little skinny tall tube, which looks awesome. We've got the design done and the box done. So as soon as the packaging is done, we will fill those in the next few weeks and get those right out to you. And I cannot wait. Any of you who got Diminish, we will be sending Snapback just to show you. We want you to see. You will be getting that. We want you to see how great this product is. So exciting news for Snapback. My favorite new product, just because literally I was blown away and not even thinking we could get results without the aluminum. So excited about that. The other product that I'm so excited to talk about is Exfolium. Now, for years, Tom Sr., he did not like exfoliants. He felt like what truly happened on your skin was you were causing these tiny tears. And when you looked at your skin under a microscope after women used exfoliants, what happened was that's exactly what you'd see is tiny tears and rips in your skin, and then your skin would go into a state of repair. Unfortunately, as women would exfoliate every few days, their skin was never healed but always in a repair state. So what happens over time is your skin thickens, and us women, the last thing we want is very thick skin. So as Tom did the studies on that, he would never come out with an exfoliant. But as women, we know that as time and as we get older, we get age spots, discoloration, hyperpigmentation, and just dead skin cells build up. We need something to take off those dead skin cells. So we came up with a product that is absolutely, I mean, I love transfusion. I see the different things that transfusion does. This product is crazy fun. It's very fun to show. When I go out and I do meetings, I'll put a little bit of this on my hand. You put this product on, it's almost a gel. It'll come in a beautiful glass jar. And you put this on and you just rub it on your face and you let it sit for about 30 seconds to a minute. And when you go back, there's about 5% salicylic acid in that. And when you go back and you start to rub, pretty soon you just start to see the dead skin cells just start to drop from your face. This is another one of those products that's very fun, very easy to show. And when people see it, they absolutely want to use it. What's left after you sit and you rub that and you work that product in good, and then you wipe off with a warm cloth, washcloth, is the shiniest, softest, most beautiful face you have ever seen. Now, this is where I got really excited with exfoliant because I was able to use it a couple months ago. And I'll slow down because I'm talking really fast, but I truly love exfoliant, and I don't want to leave out any of these details because these are such fun products. And I know I was just told 15 minutes, so I'm getting past that, so I'm going to talk really fast, but I want you guys to hear this because this is such a fun product. I had been using Transfusium and had great results with it, but I felt I had kind of plateaued. And the great thing about Transfusium is also one of the weird things about it. And women get they get spoiled with amazing results for the first few months that when they plateau, they almost want to keep things just like the first few months and getting those results. What happens is you do hit a plateau, and change then comes gradually and slowly, and you have to be patient with it. Like I say, we spoil ourselves with what Transfusion does in those first 2 to 3 months. And I had hit that plateau, and it was just so fun to keep taking my pictures and keep seeing what Transfusion was doing to my face. Once I hit that plateau, I kind of was like most of them, was like, oh, you know, I wanted to speed up. When I use exfolium after a week, and you're just using exfolium about every other day, I noticed it made my skin so receptive to my products that it just kicked me right out of that plateau, and I noticed my skincare regimen just working just like it had the first few months that I tried Transfusium. So it truly is like this power boost to all the other skincare products that you're using. That's the perfect description of it. It's just like a power boost to everything else that you're putting on your face. So exfolium and Snapback are two of the most remarkable and yet demonstratable products that we've got out that are already an addition to a great and beautiful skincare line. Now, we do have an eye cream coming out this next week called Vanquish. It will be available next Monday. I think you guys are the first to know the date of that, actually. Tom Sr. will announce that Monday night. And Vanquish is a long-term eye cream, and the science that goes into that is truly remarkable. And he has found some science that depuffs eyes. That Vanquish is a very serious formula that is meant to absolutely long-term help with the puffiness, fine lines, and wrinkles, and any discoloration around your eyes or anywhere else you want to put it too. Because I did see a couple of the ingredients that Tom put into Vanquish were tested on women who had smokers flying around their lips and had a very accelerated wrinkle damage around their lips. And the befores and afters of those fine lines, those women were amazing. So do not limit yourself with this Vanquish to just around the eyes, because the studies that some of these ingredients were used for showed just remarkable changes within the first few months on some of these areas. So Vanquish will be out next month. So while I talk about some of these really exciting products, no, I don't have time to go through the whole skincare regimen. I would love to be invited back, and I can do just that if you'd like, and go from the cleanser to the very end with the last spray of Skin Dew that you do. And I'd be more than happy to do that when Jerome or Dr. Knight has more time. I'm just here to talk to you about these exciting products that we've got coming out. And like I say, I truly am proud to say we have the latest in scientific research in these products. And you know, it's just like when we're talking about Transfusion, and I won't go into this story because it's a little bit long, but it's just kind of funny, and it just talks about how Tom is always wanting to add an ingredient that works in these products. And you know, we have exfolium, and it is ready to come out in the next week or two. And he pulled me in his office, and he said, yesterday, and he said, I want to add one more ingredient to it. And I said, oh, Dad, you're going to delay this a couple weeks. And he said, take a look and look up an ingredient called caviar lime. And this is what I love to him. We have set this price point for exfolium. We've priced out, it's ready to go. You know, and I've had people say, you know, we're not changing the price. So when Tom adds this, he does it because what he's wanting is a product that works better than any other product out there. So of course I went and I looked at caviar lime, and it is an amazing addition to this exfoliator, making it just, you will not be able to have anyone give you an exfoliant that cannot be undone by our exfoliator. And that is seriously what he does. He sits and he researches nights and the weekends. He goes over the science. a brilliant scientist that he is, and anything that he can add, he'll add it. He wants to add it. Now, this is the latest a little bit on the exfolium, and it's okay because I'm just like him. I read that science, and just like him, it should go in it. I love this new ingredient. And any of you that want to look up caviar lime can do that and just see. Those are the things that he looks at and he sees, and he wants to make sure it's included. So just know when we have products, there is no resting. If I could tell you some of the different things coming up, we're looking at maybe we have Mower Beach where we're going to be introducing some new products. I know sometimes we get mad at Tom Sr. because he'll kind of spill the beans on a few things that we have that we're working on. But even like right now, there are so many things that I want to tell you that we're working on. The different, I mean, I would love to, I see why he does it because I'm so excited about it that I want to get you guys excited about it. I want to give you guys a peek into what we do there and just how passionate we are. And, you know, I love that you invited me on the Empower Women call because, you know, even my cute son today, I was telling him I'm going to do this call, and it's on Empower Women. He said, Mom, you're just in the perfect job there with Grandpa. And I said, it's a good fit for me, isn't it? And he said, yeah, it is. And it truly is. I mean, this is not a job to me. It really is, you know, it's our family, it's our passion, and we eat, sleep, and drink it. And right now, you know, I've got my two kids here with me, and that is what it means. I mean, I can be with my kids. We can, and as you're building your business, empower yourself to live a life that is whatever you want Sizzle to mean for you. Do you want it to be just products that you use that help, you know, your health and help you live a toxin-free life? Do you want it to be something that you can build a business and empower yourself to be self-supporting? And do you want it to meet new people and increase life satisfaction that way? Do you want it just for some extra funding? What do you want? Because if you look at the statistics out there with network marketing and what it can do for women, and then you look at Sizzle and the direction we're going, it truly is a great fit. And a partnership with us, we take it seriously. And I'm so appreciative of you guys having us on this call, and I hope I can convey to you guys all the great things we're doing. I wish I could really tell you all the fun things. And as we come out with different things or progress in different things, I'd be more than happy to come back on. But I love what I do, and I love that there are women who love the same things I do. And that's why I said at the beginning of this call, I loved when Dr. Knight just said, let's do this together. It's the only way to be successful, and I'm glad to be a part of your team.
Wonderful. Oh, my goodness. That was just perfect. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. And, you know, each week we're truly delighted to bring the highest quality of information to our audience because, as I said before, they become our family and they're friends and colleagues. And so we're deeply grateful that you shared your journey with us and brought these amazing products to us, because when we can care for ourselves and our families and provide safe products to them, we are empowered and fulfilled. And when we take care of our skin and our health, we look better, we feel better, and we become more confident about ourselves. So we thank you deeply for providing this information to us. Please stay with us as we move into the short Q&A segment of this call. And I want to bring on one of our phenomenal leaders out in Atlanta, Georgia, Dr. Jacqueline Moore here. Are you on the line with us?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Dr. Knight. Leslie, I am just super excited, and I'm excited to be with a company that formulates the product from the beginning to the end. And not only that, I can just tell that you truly have a heart of gold and a love to help people. But I want to say this. I can't wait to get my hands on that snapback. I'm telling you, as you were talking about it, I just can't wait to get it. I'm ready to try it. I'm ready to have the home party, invite people over. So I'm super excited about that. But let me just ask you this, Leslie. Now, you talked a lot about the new products. One of the things that really interested me and intrigued me about this company was the fact that we have toxic-free products. Mm-hmm. And that we are a company that own our own manufacturing. We have scientists, and we have a team that formulates. So I'm real passionate about that. Can you just share with the ladies on this line how these amazing toxic-free products can not only help their families, but they can truly make an impact into our community, and at the same time create flexibility to where they can do the things that they desire to do in life?
Yes, I absolutely can. So let me tell you, as I go around and I talk and I do different meetings, you know, I get to be in this bubble sometimes where, you know, I'm in the skincare and I'm in the cosmetics line, and, you know, that's a fun line. And sometimes it's, and I love that it's fun, and sometimes it's not as serious. Now you look at different things like lipsticks and all the different, and actually, you know, lipsticks and mascaras are two of the products we use where they're able to put the most toxic ingredients in. And you look at the times of how many times a day that women lick their lips and actually eat. There's a certain amount of pounds sometimes that women can eat their lipsticks. So having different things like lead and petrolatum and harmful dyes, you know, red dye number 3 that's very popular out there today. And I don't like to talk about competing companies, but some of the top lipstick companies out there from years and years and years use that Firehouse Red. Well, red dye number 3 is a known carcinogen. So if you look at the companies out there like ours, you'll see that they'll try and come up with the best red they can, which is what we did. But through education, we teach people that Firehouse Red we will never have. That's a trade-off we're not able to make. So like I say, as I get in this bubble with cosmetics and skincare, sometimes I forget how important and the effects, like you say, all these other products have on the people around us. But as I travel, you know, I came back from my last Pennsylvania trip, and as I travel, I have people come up to me, and, you know, just one, for example, Denise Survey, and she said that her son had just had serious issues with ADHD and just other issues. She said, seriously, we were doing things like putting tape around his desk or this sticky substance around so he wouldn't move, and it kept him, and they were trying the craziest things, and she was a police officer, and she says, I could see Logan going down a track where he would eventually become a troubled kid, and not because he was a bad kid, but because he literally could not confine himself. He couldn't keep himself still. He could not wait his turn to talk. She said, I was at a loss as to what to do. And she says, your dad came out with brain vitality. And she said, literally, Leisel, I didn't tell anybody. And she says his teacher came to me after he'd been on it for 3 days and said, whatever you're doing with Logan, it is absolutely working. The stories I hear on brain vitality and the other products out there, I truly remember exactly why Tom does it. And although the cosmetics are a lot of fun and the skincare is fun, the impacts that the other products have had on people, I hear about the Amish and those with Lyme's disease and what the products have done for them, literally changing lives, making people who, and you'll hear them in the testimonials, and that's when I travel and I hear these testimonials, I am reminded truly, I mean, like I say, very fun to pick out colors and very fun to do the things that I do, but the serious life-changing effects that these people have, you know, I truly have just such a respect for all the other product lines that my dad has taken, at the same time put that science in that literally changed lives. And that's where I come back humbled and realize exactly why he did. So now, the cosmetics and skincare, they're some of the most popular products we have, but if you talk to people and you go to these meetings and you listen to the testimonials, you will see exactly the impact that Sizzle has had on people's lives and why it's so important to them.
Wow, amazing. Amazing.
Truly, truly amazing. I'm with you. I'm so ready to try the snapback. Well, we're going to move quickly to our next leader who has a question for Leisel. It's Dr. Karen Kelly. She's a physician out in Alabama. Dr. Kelly, are you on the line with us?
I am. Thank you so much. This is such an exciting call. You know, we just completed a wonderful Mother's Day celebration, which is all about nurturing and pampering and caring for the women in our life, including ourselves. And, you know, we've often talked about the skin not only being the largest organ in the body, but the largest eliminative organ. And we certainly don't want the skincare and the lotions and so forth that we put on our skin to have to be one of the toxins we're trying to eliminate. So I'm so excited about this toxin-free line. We live here in Lower Alabama by the ocean, and when we love to spend time at the beach and bring our children and grandchildren down, there's lots of glaring sun from not only the water but the white sands. And you mentioned, you know, sun tanning lotion. I wondered if our company has a product that might provide some extra sun protection, and or if the company is considering making a type of sunscreen. That's one question I would like to ask. And the other quickly is a lot of our women friends are already using some skincare, and when we're kind of showing them this is a much more healthy alternative to what they're using, they want to start to transition and, you know, finish up their old products and start to use our whole complement of skincare. But if they wanted to transition a little bit at a time, what would be maybe 2 or 3 products that they might want to start with? So those are the 2 questions I would have for you.
Are you talking the 3 products in the skincare line? That
if they wanted to transition some of what they're using and they're not quite through with their products and they don't particularly want to pitch them, but they want to start, where would we say, what are 2 or 3 good products to kind of start with, realizing that eventually they're going to want the whole regimen because it works so much better to have the whole complement together?
Yeah, and that's really a good question, because the reality, too, is a lot of women can't afford to get the whole regimen. And there have been times in my life in the past where, you know, I've looked at something and I can't get the whole thing, so the question is just like yours. So as you do this business and you talk to women, if they can't get all the different products, you do have to say, what would you get? So that's a very good question. When I hear a lot of stuff, I took that right to Tom Sr. and just said, to you, what would you say? And I'm going to kind of change that because there's just these that have come out since. But he said the 2 that I would always use are, number 1, Transfusium, because Transfusium, it's just the latest product that latest skincare formula that we came out with a few months ago, and the results are crazy amazing. And Skin Dew is a spray that you put on before and after, and is a great vasodilator that just helps that product just drive deep, deep, deep into your skin. So he said, if you're not going to do the whole skincare regimen, grab Skin Dew and Transfusium, and those 2 you use until you can get to the other products. Now, for a 3rd one, and even though it's not out yet and it will be a couple weeks, Exfolium to me would be the 3rd one, because then not only are you nourishing your skin, but then you're also exfoliating every few days and taking off the dead skin cells and helping Transfusium work even more. So to me, those are the 3 that I would suggest you use.
Excellent. Thank you. And what product do we have now that it might offer the best sun protection?
Okay, so this is a great question that you asked this. So a lot of our skincare products, because as women, everything that we put on our skin, we want to know if there's sun protection. And there are in the products that we're using, and we're going through a certification process right now, and also trying to formulate a product, and we even have a name for it. I think I've heard Tom Sr. say it's like, I think I dare say it, called Shade. So we realize absolutely, I mean, one of the worst things that women can do for their skin besides smoking is spending too much time in the sun. So our skincare line is an amazing, amazing protector of the skin, for the sun, against the sun. And what UV protection that affords right now, we're going through that certification. So just know that is a primary concern of ours that we're working on at this point.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that incredibly valuable information. I mean, somebody needed to hear that information this evening. And I'm going to go over to Gwen. Gwen, are you here? I mean, we know you're here. You welcomed everybody so wonderfully as we started our call. Can you just come on and ask the Stella question, please?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I am so excited about this call, and I'm really, really glad that we've been able to hear directly from Leisel, who is, doing the absolute work of overseeing a lot of what is being manufactured by the company. So I have a really quick question, and it's probably going to sound long, but it's quick.
Okay, go ahead.
since I've been sharing and promoting and exposing the Sizzle brand, the many products that Sizzle manufactures, as well as, talking about the home-based business opportunity to, many of my family and friends, a lot of whom are on this call tonight, there have been several occasions where I've encountered the exact same question from people that I've been talking to. And so before I ask it, I want to preface it by saying this. We generally know, those of us that are distributors now, we know that the FDA does not categorize dietary supplements in the same way that they do prescriptions or non-prescription drugs. We know that personal care products like cosmetics and skincare don't really need FDA pre-market approval because they're not all regulated in the same way. But, after we've heard this wonderful presentation tonight, after we've heard about the science behind Sizzle, the amazing combination of ingredients that Tom Mower brings together to make sure the products are the most sound, the dosage levels, all of the testing that's done.
That's right.
Here is my question. How can we give assurance to our claim that Sizzle products are the most efficacious, toxin-free products on the market, and that they actually do contain the ingredients
that we say? Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, that's a very valid concern because, as you probably read a month or so ago around the nation, Walmart, a lot of the nutritional polls from Walmart showed that many of them, 90-something% of them, didn't have any of what they said they had in them. It's very easy to do that. Now, as far as skincare goes, we are very aware of the FDA issues, and it does apply to skincare also. So that's why we have to be careful with what we say as far as what it appears that it can do. But there's a certain, what we have started to do, and we are doing it for every single product we have, and that is we're making a science page. Now, those of you who notice tomorrow, we are coming out with Vanquish on Monday, and what we're doing is every day for the next 14 days, because there are 14 active ingredients in Vanquish that are truly amazing. So when we talk about active ingredients, there's different ingredients in every product, but the actives are what makes the product do what they do. And most companies will do one or two in there, and they're usually the buzzwords of the day, popular peptides or whatever. But Tom Mower goes and he finds the best of the best that he can. It's like transfusion when we talk about 24 active ingredients. I said to him, why do you need so many in there? And he said, literally, Leisel, and I'll explain this quickly, and I loved how he did this because it goes along with Vanquish, and then I'll tell you how it's in there. And I love a word that you used, efficacious, because always what we're putting in there, we want to know, are we putting the amounts in there to do what we say they're going to do? And that's important because there are many companies out there who will do what they call fairy dust products, or their products with certain ingredients, meaning they're not putting in any amount to do any good. We always put in the amount that's associated with the study done on that ingredient. So we'll get studies for different ingredients, because I'm telling you, I see this on every time that we formulate a product. So we'll start learning about an ingredient, and the study comes along with it. So those studies will show the results, and when you read those studies, it will tell you the dosages associated with the studies. And my dad will always put in the top amount that you're able to put in because he wants the results that come with the product. So right now we're coming out with Vanquish, and the science that he had in Vanquish is truly, truly amazing. There were, like he was making transfusion and putting in all those active ingredients, and he said, Leisel, everybody is different, and especially every woman. And, us women, we truly are, even from a simple pair of pants. Or, have you ever talked to a woman and her hair is absolutely beautiful, and you say, what shampoo are you using? And she tells you, and you go and use that shampoo, and your hair is just the way it did the day before. We are different, and our bodies react very differently with each thing. Our skin is exactly that same way. So there's so many different ingredients out there with different science that he said there's 4 or 5 issues with your skin. There's hyperpigmentation, discoloration, there's fine lines and wrinkles, there's sagging, and he said if I take 2 or 3 ingredients for each of those issues, it is bound to unlock something for each woman for them to have that a far greater effect. And that is why, in my opinion, transfusion is so effective and you look at what we're coming out with Vanquished and a few of the ingredients that he wanted to put in Transfusium, but they were just meant for the areas around the eyes. And so we did not have an eye serum, and so he started to put away just those science that he loved, and instead of putting in Transfusium, then the last 2 years he's been formulating just an extensive formula for the eye area. So each day what we're going to do starting tomorrow, I just approved the first one to go in today, we're taking each of those active ingredients each day, and we're showing people exactly what they are. We're showing the plant base behind it, what it looks like, and what it says in the study it will do. I can't remember the name of the first one tomorrow, but we're taking all 14 to give people a chance to see exactly what it does. And for every product we come out with, at least in the skincare, we're doing a science page. We did it for Transfusium. Now we'll do it for Vanquish. And now we're backtracking and going with the other products that we already have, so that when you want to know about that product, you can go to the website, you can pull up that product, you can look for the active ingredients, go to the science page. It'll tell you exactly what it said it did in the study, at what dosages, and that way you'll be able to see what we're putting in, why we added it, what it said it did in the study, and what you can expect when you're using that product. So a great tool for distributors, in my opinion.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That really, truly is awesome information. We thank you. And we're going to bring on our final leader out of Los Angeles, California. I believe Gigi is with us now. Gigi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, thank you very much. This is absolutely, I'm so grateful to be with this company and also with this Ladies Empowerment Group. And my question is, I've been in the crusade of non-toxic since I had a very serious illness 10 years ago. And right now with this company and looking at all this information, I work in the Spanish-speaking market. And my question is, when are we going to see, how quickly are we going to see the material, the trainings and this information on all the information in English in Spanish?
In Spanish, did you say?
Yes.
Okay, so that's coming very quickly. In fact, my nephew, who just finished school, and he speaks fluent Spanish, he just joined the Sizzle team today, and we are opening Mexico, and I've been privy to not too many meetings, but just a few in the managers' meetings to the progression of Mexico. And they are with the help of Fabian and now Thomas, and they already have some. So if you call in and talk to Fabian, he'll give you quite a bit of material. It's already been translated into Spanish, but they are working fast and furiously. We have a big organization based in Las Vegas and California who are also Spanish-speaking. And like I say, with our goal to get Mexico up and going, it's a big push for us to get through everything we have and translate it into Spanish. The last few products that I've done, we include all the languages we're in. We also included Spanish because we know we're going into Mexico. So just know it's not just on our radar. We are actively pursuing that right now.
Thank you.
Wonderful. That's great news. We do have a very vibrant, growing international team, and we're happy to hear that we can accommodate different languages and different cultures and so on. We actually had one of our leaders from Australia on the call tonight. Unfortunately, she couldn't stay on, but we are delighted to hear that our family is now global. And I want to bring on Katrina, who's just going to share her experiences very quickly with them as she's used the product. Katrina?
Yes. Okay, Lisa, thank you for being with us on the Ladies Empowerment call tonight, just sharing all of your knowledge. Yes, I noticed that Sizzle International had a seminar a couple of weeks ago, and the topic was Take Back Your Life. And I know with these toxic-free products, we can surely just do that. Lisa, you know, I'm a baby boomer, and baby boomers love two major things. We love having fun, and we love looking good. And Lisa, for years, I thought that I was going to have a facelift. I just knew that I wanted to have a facelift. But, you know, I did the next best thing. I started purchasing products for my face, and some of the products that I was purchasing, you know, one jar could cost me $100. and I thought that I was using safe and healthy products. But my partner, Jerome Hughes, introduced me to Sizzle International, and he talked about the incredible products that Sizzle International had. And since I was looking for safe and toxic-free products, I figured for the best results, and I would use the regimen that you all had. I bought the skincare cleanser, the skin dew like you talked about, and my goodness, the Transfusium, Lisa, is incredible. Hey, you know, one thing that I can say, I use the night cream and all those other products, you know, within days, and I really mean in days, guys, I was getting the firmness, the tightness that I wanted from the results from these products. And I would say that, yes, our products are incredible. And Dr. Knight, I'm going to throw it back over to you.
Let me just say this, Katrina, so glad to hear it. So happy that they're working for you. We have a fun product that we're going to be talking about at Mower Beach, just directed for the baby boomers. So stay tuned to hear that. It's a very fun product, just directed right at the baby boomers. I think if you're loving the skincare line, that you'll love this new product. So anyway, thank you. I'm glad to hear that you love the results.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you for being on the call.
You're welcome.
Wow, this truly was phenomenal. I tell you, my cup is full and running over. I am just so on fire right now with being able to change my life and the lives of so many people I encounter. And ladies and gentlemen, I know we have some men on the call with us. I appreciate your resilience and your hanging in here with us. We have gone on for a while, but it was such great information. I really do want to hear some more, but at this time I'll bring Gwen back on the line, and she's going to close it out for us. I do invite each and every one of you to be back here next Tuesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, and also visit our Facebook fan page at facebook.com/Team Wealthy Place. Be sure to visit us frequently, as we will have updates and new information available to you. Gwen, close us out, please.
Thank you, Dr. Knight. I want to thank all of you that have joined us tonight just to be here to get this great information. One of the things that Dr. Michelle talked about early on the call, she said it's time to get off the grid. And that's exactly what I want to say to everyone on the call tonight. When I think about getting off the grid, I think about, you know, really getting out of the status quo, you know, getting away from the same old, same old. Basically, it's time to get empowered. It's time to really think about what we're doing to our bodies, what we're inhaling, what we're consuming, what we're using, what things are effective, what things are harmful. It's time to stop just accepting that what is already out there or what we're accustomed to is just the only way to go. Getting off the grid tonight, getting this information about this amazing company, the amazing products that they're bringing to market, it is letting us know that it's really time to position ourselves. It's time to increase your possibility. It's time to increase your wealth and better your health all at the same time. Some of you that are on this line, many of you are women like me. You know, we have children that we've raised, or some of us are still raising our children. Some of you are single moms. This is a women's empowerment call, but there's gentlemen on this call tonight, too. And some of you, you know, you have bills that need to be taken care of. Some people on the line, you just want to go out and meet new people and visit some new places, but you need to have a vehicle to help you to get where you're trying to go. I mean, honestly, many of us on this line, you know, have health issues. You know, one of the things that the grid will tell you is that if you're a baby boomer, and that's kind of easy to tell this year because this is the last year of the ones that weren't baby boomers. I just turned 50 myself, but if you're 51 and over, the grid tells you that you're just supposed to age gracefully and accept all of your aches and pains and all of the deterioration. But I'm here to tell you tonight, it's time to get off the grid. It's time to get connected to this company, Sizzle International, who's offering products that actually can help you age backwards, literally. I mean, Leisel, thank you so much. She shared tonight really just about some of the skincare line. That's just the scratch of the surface of what this company is bringing to market. And I mean, weight loss, joint care, immune support, heart health, home care products. It's just amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on this call tonight, you should absolutely thank the person that invited you, because they have given you a absolute link to something that could literally be life transforming. We heard tonight women on the call. Leisel let us know that less than 5% of women that have home-based businesses are millionaires. 82% of women who make $100,000 a year have done it through the type of opportunity that's being offered here tonight. If you're looking for something that can actually put you in a whole new bracket in life, something that will give you the ability to spend more time with your family, something that will actually help you determine what level of success you want to have. I mean, whether that means making an extra couple of $100s a month or making an extra couple of $1,000s a month. The question you have to ask yourself is, what is your why? What is it that will literally make you want to get up in the morning and do everything you can to be able to provide the best life that you can for your family? Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it. You are at the right place at the right time. This is the right company with the right products and the right amount of just leadership and vision. I mean, this is a vehicle that's going to help you get to your wealthy place. And you know what your wealthy place is? It's your best state of health. And for some of you, it is your best state of wealth. If you are on this call tonight, I encourage you, get back with the person that invited you to this call, and you will see why we are all so excited about Sizzle International. I thank you all, and I wish that you have a wonderful evening. Back to you, Dr. Michelle.
Have a great evening, everyone. We look forward to having you as a member of our family. We're here to support, encourage, nurture, and help you realize your impossible dreams. See you next week. Have a great week, everybody. Bye now.